everyone. I've made a lovely lighthouse scene. Can you see it there? I thought you might like to do one like this. So I'm going to show you how I made mine, but we don't all have the same kind of things in our houses, do we? We don't have the same rubbish and recycling and bits of craft stuff. So I'm going to give you some other suggestions of things you can use instead if you don't have exactly what I've got here. Right, so to begin with, we need a tall cylinder shape, don't we? Now, I really wanted to use a tub of crisps, one of the big tubes, the Pringles or something, but I forgot to get one. So I had to look around my house and I thought, well, some ideas of things I could use. I could use a tube of sweets, or I could use a bottle, maybe, cover it in paper. Or what I decided to use was a toilet roll, because there's plenty of those and everyone's got some of those in their house, I would imagine. So first of all, you need to take a pencil and you need to draw the design of your lighthouse. Now, lighthouses, there are a few different kinds of lighthouses, and some of them are stripy, but not all of them are. So you can come up with your own idea if you like, or maybe you could find out what different styles there are and you could choose the one you wanted to do. But I've done the stripy red and white kind. So first thing you need to do, get your pencil and your tube and draw your stripes around the outside. Now, one top tip I've got here is make sure your stripes are nice and wide, because if you do lots of thin ones, it's very fiddly and it takes ages. So I'm just doing 3 on mine. And when you've drawn all the way around your tube, you can colour it in. So I'm sure you can all find something to use for colouring. You could use crayons or chalks maybe, or paint or felt tip pens. So I've got some felt tip pens and I've got one of these trays of paint, but I've also got these. I've borrowed my children's, so I hope they don't mind. Some paint sticks, which are a bit like the glue sticks we have in school. So all you do is then, when you've drawn your stripes, colour in your stripes. And remember, you're doing a pattern, aren't we? We're doing a pattern of red, white, red, white. We're alternating the colours. So there's a beginning of my red one on the bottom there. And then when you've done them all and it's dry, what I used here is a black felt tip, or you could use a crayon, and I did some windows. Now I decided that each stripe of my lighthouse was going to be a different floor, so I put a window in each floor. Now, one of the most important things about a lighthouse is, of course, the light on top. Now, I was trying to think of ways that we could, different ways of making a light on the top. So I've come up with a few ideas, and maybe you could think of more, but it depends what you've got at home. Now, I saw these sparkly golden yellow pom-poms. I found some of these in my cupboard. So I thought, well, I could use those. Or you could maybe colour in a piece of yellow paper, or find a piece of yellow paper and scrunch it up into a ball and stick it on the top. Or you could just colour the top stripe of your lighthouse yellow. Now, I actually happen to have one of those plastic battery tea lights that looks like a little candle. So that was really good. So what I did to make it stay in the top of my lighthouse, I scrunched up a piece of paper, filled up my tube so that it would balance on top. And then I was lucky, I found a little plastic pot that I can put on top. But I did think maybe a yogurt pot would be a good one. So now we've pretty much done our lighthouse, but I thought it would be much nicer if you could make a nice little scene. So I got a piece of a cardboard box, or you could just do it on paper. And if I take these off, I'll show you. I have drawn a big rock at the top, which is the rock that the lighthouse is built on. But then a lighthouse is put somewhere where there are lots of rocks, some hidden under the water, some sticking out. And so I've put lots of little rocks around, and then I've painted the sea blue. But I also decided that it would be quite a good idea to use two different colour blues to make the sea look a bit more ferocious and crashing on the rocks. So when you've painted that, you can put your lighthouse on top like that. And I've just got a little Lego person because he looked like kind of the right size. And there you go. You've got a really lovely little scene there. And you can take a picture of it. You could have a play with it when you're finished. And you can upload it to Dojo, because I tell you what, I cannot wait to see what you come up with, because I'm sure it's going to be brilliant. And I'm sure you'll think of loads more different ways of doing lighthouses. Can't wait to see them. See you soon. Bye.